Welcome everyone to another broadcast on GLHS TV, presented by GLHS TV and GLHS Sports Zone. We are coming to you from the Blue Gym here at Governor Livingston High School, where we have a Super Saturday rivalry matchup for the boys varsity basketball. Today, Governor Livingston will be taking on their arch rival, the Battle of Mountain Avenue, their arch rival New Providence High School. As we are just about set to get underway here, the starting lineup for New Providence High School is number 1, Corey Rust, number 5, Jackson Zarenko, number 20, Andrew Nook, number 23, Sean Riley, and number 32, Peyton Pazdera. For the Highlanders, as you're going to hear on the PA in just a moment, it's number 30, John Fajardo, number 13, Kyle McCulloch, number 12, Patrick McGrath, number 42, William Sodasani, and number 5, Lev Villanueva. We are going to turn it over to the PA announcer here in just a second. I'm joined alongside by co-host Jaden Fernandez. Just to touch on this quickly, our officials today are Jimmy Chang and Brian Perrone. Head coach for the New Providence High School is Coach Catano, and for Governor Livingston, Chris Loeffler. And we will turn it over to the PA announcer. We'll be right back with the start of the game.
Providence High School Pioneers versus your Governor Livingston Highlanders. Today's contest being conducted for the rules of New Jersey State High School Athletic Association, the NJSIA, requires officials to enforce all rules regarding sportsman conduct by coaches and players. There will be no tolerance for any negative behavior such as taunting, crash talking, verbal, written, physical conduct related to adjacent gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Such behavior shall result in being ejected from this event. All participants must respect the game and respect the officials and respect their opponents. And now on to the starting lineups for the visiting New Providence Pioneers. Number 5, Jackson Zarenko. Number 1, Corey Rust. Number 32, Peyton Pazdera. Number 20, Andrew Nook. And number 23, Sean Riley. Head coach of the team. And now for your Governor Livingston Highlanders. Starting at guard, number 12, Patrick McGrath. And forward, number 42, Will Sodasani. At guard, number 13, Kyle McCulloch. At guard, number 5, Lev Villanueva. And forward, number 30, John Fajardo. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Governor Livingston basketball. As we were just about set to get underway. You heard the PA announce the starting lineups yet again. Student section for Governor Livingston is already getting as loud as possible. Apologies if you cannot hear us. We are sitting right next to the student section. And here we go. Super Saturday, a rival matchup between the Pioneers and the Highlanders. And it is controlled by the Pioneers, as that is Zarenko with the ball. It's going to be left side for Nook. Back to Zarenko. Now it's going to be Rust. Back to Zarenko. Right side, Riley. Zarenko. Three ball is no good, and it's going to be let it go out of bounds. Will Sotosani is going to let the ball go out of bounds after Sean Riley shot that three.
Just not a good looking shot. Just really well contested, and just not a great shot to take one.
Let Villanueva bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. Now it's McCulloch on the right side. Thought about the three, gets it up top, McGrath. Villanueva three is good for Lev Villanueva to start things up here on Super Saturday.
Just a great shot opportunity, and just a really well shot by Lev.
A three ball here is no good off the back of the iron for New Providence, as Nook came up short and McCulloch's going to bring it up himself. McCulloch lost his dribble, got it back into the corner. Villanueva, another one, no good. Rebound McCulloch. McCulloch gets it back to Villanueva, goes up top McGrath. McGrath steps into one, no good. Poked around, and it's going to be controlled by Corey Rust.
Two great shot opportunities, just missed opportunities right there.
Riley in the corner, guarded by Fajardo. And it's going to be a shot for Rust, and it's going to rattle in for three for Corey Rust. A fadeaway three falls for New Prov, as it's a 3-3 game here with just about 2 minutes gone by. McCulloch's going to bring it up. He's going to go left side for McGrath. McGrath lays it off the glass, no good. And it's going to be an offensive foul called on Patrick McGrath. 6:19 to go, first quarter, 3-3 ball game. The New Providence Pioneers under Coach Catano are notorious for being one of the best basketball programs in the state. Obviously having one of the best coaches, as it's going to be Zarenko bring the ball up. Riley has it left side. Rust now has it. Rust is going to throw that ball away. And it's going to be a turnover for the Pioneers, but the Pioneers are going to press here. 6:04 to go, 3-3 ball game. McCulloch's going to be the inbound. McGrath is going to bring the ball up here. He's going to try to go to Villanueva, and that ball is going to be tipped out by number 20, Andrew Nook. McCulloch, the inbound, gets it into McGrath. Villanueva now has it up top. Villanueva tries to go to his left, pulls it back. McCulloch up top. McCulloch goes to his right, pulls it back, pressure by Nook. McGrath now has it, spins on Rust. McGrath back up top, Sotosani. Long two ball for Sotosani is no good. Long rebound is tipped, controlled by Zarenko. Zarenko push. He's going to slow things down, picked up by Villanueva. Lost his dribble, great defense there by Lev. Nook's going to shoot the three ball. It's going to be no good for Nook, as Riley comes up with the rebound. Zarenko gets it up top. Or sorry, I should say outside in the corner. Zarenko three, no good, short, as the ball's tipped and controlled again by Nook. Riley has it. Back up top, Zarenko. Zarenko goes to his left. Layup off the left hand is no good. Too strong. The Islanders cannot get a rebound, as Russ puts up the three. No good. McCulloch swoops in for the rebound.
Just a lot of shot opportunities, and as we saw, New Prov just kept missing and missing and missing.
Student section getting rowdy with Sotosani guys the ball underneath. McCulloch, three ball is no good, fading away, and rebound is going to be controlled by Pasdare, and he gets the ball to Corey Rust. Now it's Zarenko, screen set by Riley. And it's going to be a travel called on Sean Riley. As another turnover there for the Pioneers. McCulloch's going to be the inbounder here with McGrath and Villanueva. Gets it into Villanueva, and now he's going to go up court to McGrath. McGrath, 3-on-2, bounce pass Sodasani. Sodasani hangs, doesn't get it. Fajardo gets the rebound. Fajardo is fouled from behind by number 1, Corey Rust. And that's I believe, the first team foul on the New Providence Pioneers.
Just a horrible foul there. That could have been absolutely preventable, but just sloppy basketball.
3-3 ball game, 4:28 to go in the first quarter. And we're talking about student sections. New Providence showed up with a pretty solid student section here. As Fajardo misses the first one, despite loud screaming from the New Providence crowd.
Going off of the student sections, I'll cover GL. GL is
and he makes the second one. So 4-3, 4:28 to go first quarter, as Sean Riley's going to inbound to Zarenko and bring the ball up. Zarenko goes to right to Nook, and now he's going to reverse it to Riley. Now it's Rust. Left side, goes to a cutting Riley. Riley gets it, lays it up and in. And New Providence is going to press here.
As New Providence
gets it into McGrath, who gets it back to McCulloch. Great pass from McGrath. McCulloch running the floor, gets it to Sodasani. Sodasani thought about going up, hangs, puts it up, and gets it to go for 2. Will Sodasani, 6'5", 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Zarenko left side to Riley. Now it's Rust in the corner, gets it inside to Pazdera. Great defense here from the Highlanders. Now it's Nook in the left corner, back up top to Zarenko. Now Nook has it again. Thought about a shot. Now it's going to be Zarenko. Poked away by Villanueva. Great defense and hustle as he couldn't control it. Pazdera's going to shoot the 3 ball, and he's going to come up short off the back of long off the back of the rim. And Pazdera gets it back. Now it's going to be Zarenko again. 3:22 to go in the first quarter. 6-5 Highlander lead. Zarenko 3 ball is good for 3. With 3:12 to go in the first quarter, it's now an 8-6 ball game in favor of New Providence. McGrath is going to get it up court. Bounce pass to Sodasani. Sodasani is fouled, going up for 2, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws from the free throw line. 8-6, 3:03 to go. He's got a chance to tie this game up.
Foul number 32, Peyton Pazdera, that's his first, second. Will Sodasani to the line, shooting 2.
Foul is committed by number 32, Peyton Pazdera. So Sodasani gets the first one to go as Nook is going to sit down here, and it's going to be number 10, James Miller, checking into the game for New Providence. As Sodasani hits the second one, so it's a tie game, 8-8 ball game, 3:02 to go.
Sodasani is one of GL's best free throw shooters, as we just saw there.
Oh, a lazy pass going to be picked off, tipped by Villanueva, stolen by McGrath. McGrath running the court, dumps it to Villanueva, and a bad pass thrown by McGrath. A little miscommunication there. So 8-8, 2:48 to go, first quarter. Zarenko, left side to Ross, gets it back. Now it's up top, Pazdera, right side, Miller. Miller goes to his right, pulls it back out. Now it's Pazdera, thought about a shot. He's going to drive on Sodasani, pull it back out to Miller. Now it's going to be Zarenko for 3 in the left wing. He's going to be no good. I think Villanueva might have gotten a piece of that. And McCulloch is going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. McGrath steps back, can't get the shot to go. He's going to get it to Sodasani, who's going to dump it inside Fajardo. Fajardo is going to be fouled. Looked like he traveled, but there was contact from behind as Fajardo is going to be fouled by, I believe, number 32 again, Pazdera, underneath. I apologize. I got the numbers back switched. It's going to be Sean Riley committing the foul as Sodasani gets the inbound. Now it's Fajardo up top on the right wing. Now it's going to be McGrath. Thought about going to his right. He's going to spin. Nothing there. Now he's going to go to McCulloch. McCulloch's got the ball. Now he's got Villanueva. Villanueva has Zarenko on him. Sodasani comes out to get it. Now it's McCulloch. Fitzgerald's getting set to check into this game as McGrath's going to shoot the corner three and lace it. Patrick McGrath for three from the near corner as it's 1:44 to go, 11-8 in this first quarter. GL's back on top. Miller has it. Poked away by McCulloch, and Pazdera's got it now. Good defense so far by the Highlanders. Minute 28 to go, 11-8 Highlander lead. And he lost it off his foot. Corey Russ lost the ball off his foot as Fitzgerald is going to come in here with, that's going to be Riley sitting down. Now Fajardo's going to sit, and Dom Labisi is going to check into the game. So McCulloch's going to get it back. He's going to bring it up himself. Puts up the floater, no good. Almost gets his own miss, and it's going to be controlled by Zarinko. Zarinko's going to slow things down. He's going to get the ball to Fitzgerald. Now it's going to be Rust. 1:09 to go, 11-8 Highlander lead. First quarter. Miller thought about the three. He's going to get the screen from Pazdera. Puts up the mid-range J, blocked by Kyle McCulloch from behind. And Patrick McGrath is going to get the ball. We are under a minute to go in the first quarter. 11-8 ball game. Villanueva has it, goes back to Sotosani up top. Right side McGrath. Goes to his middle. Now he's going to go to Villanueva. He's going to go baseline. Now he's going to dump it to Labisi. Labisi puts it up. And he saves it, but he saves it to the wrong team, and it's going to be controlled by New Providence, and Zarinko's going to bring the ball up here for New Providence. Zarinko's going to drive to his right, kick it to Miller. I apologize, it's going to be Fitzgerald, but it's going to be a foul on the floor before they can get a shot off, as looks like number 2, Basile is going to check. Michael Basile is going to check into this game for Patrick McGrath with 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. 11-8 Highlander lead. Zarinko's going to be the trigger man underneath.
Michael Basile checking in for the Highlanders.
Zarinko gets it into Rust. Now it's Pazdera, picked up by Sotosani. Goes through his legs, goes to his left. Now it's Zarinko again. Got Villanueva to bite on the pump fake and gets the mid-range J. 11-10, 19 seconds to go in this first quarter. Villanueva gets it, now he's going to go to Basile. Basile's going to bring it up himself. Bounce past to McCulloch to get it over. McCulloch's got it, now it's Basile on the left side. 5 seconds to go, Gill's going to get the last shot. It's going to be Basile on the shot. Puts up it, good if it goes, but no good on the buzzer beater. A lot of contact, no call, but going into the second quarter.
That last play really looked like a foul there. It was a lot of contact and just nothing else other than that.
So 11-10 after one here from Governor Livingston, as we will be right back with the second quarter action.
Last chance, get your 50-50s. Over $600. These last tickets are the winners. They could be the winners. Put them on the top of the pile. Buy some more. Let's go.
And we're going to come back here with the second quarter action. 11-10 Highlander lead. It's going to be the same 5 here for both teams here as Basile's going to bring the ball up. I take that back. TJ Munn has checked into the game for New Providence, number 3, as Basile throws a wild pass that goes out of bounds. Munn goes to Miller, who gets it back to Pazdera. Now it's going to be Zarinko again on the top. Zarinko goes to his left. Passes it to Munn. Now it's going to be Fitzgerald to Miller. Miller puts up the 3, laces it for number 10, Miller. Apologize for the stutter there. McCulloch's going to bring the ball up here. He's going to bounce pass to Villanueva. He's going to get the ball over half court. Now he's going to go to Basile. Basile's going to bounce pass to Labisi. Labisi to McCulloch. McCulloch puts it down, puts up the layup, and it's good for Kyle McCulloch. And a great answer there for the Highlanders as they tie this game at 13.
Just a great opportunity there and a great drive made.
A 3-ball from Miller is no good, and it's going to be a foul called on TJ Munn as he jumped over the back of number 2, Michael Basile. First foul on TJ Munn and first team foul for the Pioneers in this quarter.
Just a really bad foul. Could have been prevented, and GL would have been on the offensive ball by now. But now we're just inbounding and seeing what's going to play out next.
Basile's got it. He's going to go over the top to Sodasani. Crowd getting into it. Basile, 3-ball, no good, long off the back of the iron, and it's tipped. It's going to stay Highlander ball after a few deflections, but the officials say it stays with GL. So 13-13, 6:55 to go in the second quarter. As the inbound is received by Sodasani, and now it's Labisi up top. He gets it to McCulloch on the right side, dumps it in to Sodasani. Sodasani throws it away to Zarenko. Zarenko's going to pull it back, didn't have numbers. Now he's going to go cross court to Dunn. Dunn's going to drive on Basile. He's going to pull it back out, Pazdera. Pazdera's going to go to Dunn. Dunn's going to go to his right, back up top, Pazdera. Pazdera's going to spin on Sodasani, and it's going to be, almost a turnover there for the Pioneers, as Fitzgerald wasn't expecting the Zarenko pass. Now it's going to be Miller for 3, and he knocks it down. So 16-13, 6:18 to go in the second quarter. The Pioneers retake the lead. Basile's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders as Villanueva has it now. Gets it over half court, gets it to Sodasani over the top. Basile, now it's Villanueva again. Bounce pass to McCulloch on the left side. Underneath Labisi. Underneath Labisi again. Labisi puts it up off the glass. No good. McCulloch gets it and lays it in. Kyle McCulloch with an answer. 16-15. Pioneers out in front by 1. 5:50 to go. Second quarter.
Great rebounding and just a great shot opportunity by Kyle McCulloch.
As Pazdera's working inside on Sodasani, gets him to jump and lays it in off the glass. A great move there by Pazdera as they extend their lead back up to 3 with 5:33 to go in the second quarter. Now it's Villanueva. Double team. Now he's going to go cross court Basile. Basile's going to go back to Villanueva. It's going to be a kickball violation on Fitzgerald, number 24. So it's going to stay Highlander ball as number 30, Fajardo. John Fajardo is going to check in for number 42, Will Sodasani. A little bit of a smaller lineup here now for GL without the size of Sodasani being on the floor, but it's going to be Basile and Villanueva running the point. Villanueva's going to have it. He's going to get it to Fajardo. Fajardo's going to go back to Villanueva. Now it's going to be McCulloch. McCulloch, 3-ball, no good, off the rim, and it's going to be controlled by Pazdera. GL's going to get back on defense. 18-15, Pioneers out in front, 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Miller has it up top. Villanueva's on Cook, I believe, or Rust, I believe, sorry. It's going to be a 3 for Miller, and he's going to miss one finally as it's controlled by McCulloch. He's going to get it to Villanueva, who's going to bring the ball up. And another kick ball for number 3, TJ Munn, and it's going to be Highlander ball off of that. Basile's going to be the inbounder here as he's going to float it up to Fajardo, and now it's going to be Labisi. Labisi's going to dribble. He's going to get it to McCulloch. Set the screen. It's not going to work. He's going to go right side Basile. Now it's Villanueva on the right wing. Back up top, Labisi. Left side, McCulloch. Gets it to Fajardo. Now Basile's got it. Basile's going to go to his left. He's going to try to lay it up with his right hand. It's going to be swatted away at the last second. As a good block there from, I believe that was Corey Rust on the swat. So 18-15, 4:18 to go in the game. Or sorry, in the second quarter. I apologize for that. Basile's going to get it in the backcourt after a long inbound pass. He's going to put up the floater, and it's going to be in and out. A fight for the rebound, but it's going to be controlled by TJ Munn. Munn's going to slow things down. It's going to be Miller, picked up by McCulloch. Now it's Rust with a deep 3, in and out. And Miller's going to be fouled, and it's going to be a counted basket for James Miller. He's going to have the chance for a 3-point play. 20-15, 4:01 to go in the second quarter as he's got the chance to extend this lead to 6 from the free throw line. As McGrath checks back in for Kyle McCulloch, and it's going to be Sean Riley And Zarenko checking back in for New Providence. As he missed the free throw. So 5-point game, 20-15, 3:59 to go, second quarter. Left side McGrath goes to Villanueva. Back up top to Basile. Now it's right side McGrath. Underneath for Labisi. Now it's going to be McGrath. Drives to the middle. Spin move. Puts up the floater. Great move by McGrath, but can't get the basket to go. Fight for the rebound. Controlled by Riley. And it's going to be Miller bringing the ball up. Guarded by Basile. He makes his move. Goes to the rim. And he's fouled. Going up. No good, but it's going to be a foul called. As Miller's going to go back to the free throw line, shooting 2 more. The chance to extend this lead to 7. 3:33 to go, second quarter.
Yeah, just a selfless foul. Could have been prevented. John Vardo was just going for the block, but
as James Miller makes the first of 2, despite the student section distractions, I should say. 21-15, 3:33 to go, and he misses the second one. And Basile's got the ball. He's going to bring it up for the Highlanders. Villanueva's got it. He's going to go back up top, McGrath. Now it's right side, Basile. Up top, Villanueva. Left side, McGrath. McGrath drives to his left. Puts up the tough shot. No good. Labisi gets the rebound, puts it up. And it's going to be out of bounds after Labisi could not get it to go. 21-15, 6-point lead for the Pioneers. 3:14 to go, second quarter. So Dasani is going to check back in here for Labisi. And TJ Munn's going to sit down for the addition of Nook. It's going to be Nook, back up top Miller, left side Riley. Now it's going to be Zarenko. It's going to be up top Nook again. Nook drives to his left, swings it to Rust. Now it's going to be Zarenko going to his left. He's going to pull it back. It's going to be Miller to Nook. Nook's going to go back to Miller. Miller's been the hot hand from 3 lately. He's going to shoot it over Sodasani and lace it for, that's another 3 for James Miller. He is on fire from beyond the arc. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. 24-15 in favor of New Providence. Left side McGrath. McGrath's been quiet so far. Basile's going to drive. He's going to get it to McGrath. He's going to get back to Sodasani on down low. It's going to be Villanueva from 3. It's good for Lev Villanueva. Great answer there. 24-18, 2:14 to go, second quarter.
great shot opportunity by Lev Villanueva. He has not missed today.
As Nook is fouled going up, and it looked like he tripped over his own feet, but they're going to call the foul anyway. 2:07 to go, 24-18, as Nook has the chance to add to this already 6-point lead.
Foul number 2, Michael Basile. His first.
So Andrew Nook is going to shoot 2 from the line here.
To the line, shooting 2.
Makes the first one. Pazdera is going to check back in here for James Miller. And we're going to see the first minutes here for number 4, Coants. Andrew Coants is going to check into the game here for Sean Riley. And it's going to be Sodasani who gets the ball, the rebound off the miss to Villanueva. So 1 for 2 there for Miller. I apologize, that was Nook from the line. McGrath, he's guarding McGrath. McGrath goes left side Basile. Now he's going to go to Sodasani. Sodasani's picked up by Pazdera near half court. It's Villanueva on the right side, back up top Fajardo. Minute 42 to go, 25-18. Highlanders find themselves down by, I believe that's 7. Mid-range for Basile is good. Now it's a 5-point game. 25-20 going into the last minute, 30 seconds of this quarter, as Pazdera is going to shoot the mid-range and knock it down from the right baseline.
This game is, I could tell by now, it is going to be a really close game by the end of this one.
I agree. I think it's going to be a close game down the stretch as Basile's pressured on the right side. He runs into trouble. He gets it back up top to Sodasani. Villanueva from 3. Off the glass. No good. Rebound. Fought for. McGrath controls it. He's going to pull it out himself. Now we're under a minute to go in this second quarter. McGrath drives to his right, pulls up mid-range, is in for Patrick McGrath, and it's back to 5. They cut it back to 5, 27-22, 44 seconds to go in the second quarter as Nook has it. He's picked up by Basile. Pazdera up top on the right wing. Thought about a 3. Sodasani's on him. Rush puts it up over McGrath, comes up short. McGrath gets the rebound. 30 seconds to go, second quarter. 27-22. New Providence is up 5. Right side, Basile. Almost lost it out of bounds, but he stayed with it. Villanueva's got it. Now it's going to be McGrath. Goes back up. That's going to be Basile with the ball. They're at 13 seconds. Clock is down to 10. Got to get something going here for the last shot. Clock's down to 7. Down to 6. McGrath. Down to 4. Down to 3. Down to 2. And that's going to do it. Good if it goes. No good for the long heave by Andrew Nook. So as you might have just heard, 27-22. We have a 10-minute halftime. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Highlander basketball. We have a 27-22 game. New Providence out in front going into the second half. We're just about set to get underway with this third quarter of action. Same starting 5 for both teams. As it's going to be Zarenko is going to inbound for New Providence. Crowd getting into it for GL as Nook's going to bring the ball up here and he's going to give back to Zarenko. And we are underway with the second half of action here as it's going to be a floater off the glass for Andrew Nook. McGrath has it on the left side, back up top McCulloch. Right side Villanueva. McGrath, 3-ball, is good for Patrick McGrath. He came out and didn't have a great first half, but 29-25, 7:26 to go, third quarter.
Patrick McGrath is one of GL's most proficient three-point scorers. All around the season.
Zarenko, 3, rattles in for number 5. Zarenko, so he comes back and answers. So 7-point game, 7 minutes to go, 32-25 in favor of New Providence. McGrath has it again on the left side. McCulloch has it, thought about a deep one. Spins around, gets it back to Villanueva. He's picked up by Zarenko. Now it's McGrath. Goes to Sodasani. Sodasani goes over the top to Villanueva. Villanueva goes to his left. Puts up the floater. No call for the foul there, and it's going to be controlled by Peraza.
That really did look
like there, I apologize. And Nook's got on the right side now. Riley has it. Now he goes to Rust. Rust picked up by McGrath. Good defense there by McGrath. Excellent job not fouling. Now it's going to be a spin move for... Oh, it's going to be a 3 for Rust. Sorry, I couldn't see because of the official. Rust shot the 3, missed it. McGrath's going to go baseline, and he's going to be fouled going up to the hoop from behind, and we'll wait to see who it's charged to. It's going to be charged against Corey Rust, and McGrath's going to shoot 2 free throws here. 6:13 to go, 32-25. New Providence has the lead in the Super Saturday rivalry matchup. As he misses the first one, McGrath has not been their best free throw shooter this year. That is for sure. It just hasn't been the case.
Yeah, he's really struggled on some free throws all throughout this season. It's one thing that as his senior season's closing, he needs to work on that if he wants to play in the next levels.
And obviously he just made the second one there. So 26 points for the Highlanders. They find themselves down 6. And there's going to be a foul called against John Fajardo, number 30. So 32-26, 6-point game here. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Highlanders are by no means out of it at this point. Still a very close game. As it's a long inbound to Nook. And he's going to go to his left on McCulloch. Now it's going to be number 32. He's going to put it up over McCulloch and lay it in. That is Pazdera, number 32, Peyton Pazdera, laying it in over McCulloch. McGrath's going to bring the ball up here. 5:50 to go, 34-26.
Yeah, just a great shot opportunity and just an overall just really good shot. There's nothing really Kyle could have done there. Just stretched it over him and shot over.
McCulloch has it. He's going to go back to Villanueva. Now it's going to be left side for McGrath. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. McGrath gets it to Fajardo. Now he's going to get it back to McCulloch, and Coach Chris Loeffler is going to call a timeout here. It's going to be a full timeout, so we will be right back. It's 5:22 to go in the third quarter, 34-26. Highlanders find themselves down 8. We'll be right back after the timeout. Welcome back to Highlander basketball, where the Highlanders find themselves down, losing to their rival New Providence, 34-26. It's a 8-point game here, as there's 5:22 to go in the third quarter. McCulloch's going to inbound here for GL, coming off of the Chris Loeffler timeout. McCulloch's going to get it on the right side. Floater for McCulloch is no good, in and out, and Riley secured the rebound. Now Zarenko is going to bring it up for New Providence. Riley's going to shoot the three and lace it for Sean Riley as he extends their lead, 37-26 in favor of New Providence.
Just a great shot, and like I said on the Kyle Bade play, just Kyle McCulloch. Just nothing that he can really do there.
McGrath spins, goes to the hoop, lays it in, or lays it up, doesn't lay it in. Sotasani gets the rebound and puts it back. So 37-28, 9-point game here for the Highlanders. They find themselves down 9 with 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Sean Riley has it in the right side. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it back to Zarenko. Zarenko's going to go to the hole, lay it up, no good. And Pazdera lays it in for 2 on the putback. 39-28, 4:08 to go, third quarter. The Highlanders need to get something going on the offensive end and get stops on the defensive end, or they will not come back. Into the corner for McGrath. McGrath drives. Floater is good for Patrick McGrath as he floats it up and in. So another 9. Now it's back to 9. 3:50 to go, 39-30. Highlanders find themselves down 9.
Like I said in the first quarter, I thought that it was going to be a really close game, and it's a 9-point game. It's a comeback. It'll be a comeback story, but we'll see if GL can pull it off.
Sean Riley thought about a 3 there. It's going to be Nook that shoots it, and it's going to be no good as Sotasani comes up with the rebound, and McGrath is going to push. McGrath goes to his left, tries to get something up, but he's not going to shoot it. Villanueva for 3. In and out for Lev Villanueva after going 2 for 2 from the 3-point land, or 2 for 3, I apologize, from 3-point land in the first half. 3:12 to go, 39-30. New Providence up 9. Rust crosses over. Mid-range J for Rust is no good after a little bit, what looked like a little late release there, as McGrath is going to push. Crosses over, goes through his legs. He's going to pull it back. Labisi looks like he's ready to check into the game as Villanueva gets it on the right side. McCulloch up top. Now it's Sotasani, drives to the hole and shovels it to Fajardo. Fajardo tries to put it up, and it's going to be a blocking foul called against New Providence, and Fajardo's going to shoot 2 free throws from the stripe. Foul is charged against number 23, Sean Riley.
If we go back to the first time that John Fajardo shot some free throws, he missed both. So we'll see if he can improve on that, or he'll stay at 0 for 4.
As like you just said, he missed one there. as James Miller, A.J. Munn, and Fitzgerald check back into the game here for New Providence. Riley, Rust, and Nook sit down. Fajardo has his second one coming. And he missed them both. He did go over. He's 0 for 4 from the line today. 39-30, 2:38 to go in the third quarter. New Providence has the lead.
From managing varsity on some days, anytime John Fajardo's at the line, he's not the greatest, but he'll give you two decent shots that we know that he can improve on and get a lot better at.
It's going to be Munn on the outside. He's going to go back up to Zarenko. Right side, Munn. Back up top, Zarenko. Zarenko drives, spin move on Villanueva. Is not going to go. Should have been a travel call, but they're not going to call it. Now it's going to be Zarenko on the right side. Puts up the three over Villanueva. Comes up short. Rebound McCulloch. McCulloch's lost the ball off his own foot, and he's going to dive on it. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be a Highlander ball due to the possession arrow as McCulloch and Pazdera dove on that one.
Highlander ball. Don Levisi checking in for Highlanders.
So it's a 1-3-1 set here for the Pioneers as Villanueva gets it over half court, swings it back to the other side of McGrath. Now it's McCulloch down low. Tipped by Miller, and McGrath's going to be fouled by number 3, I believe, A.J. Munn.
Foul number 3, T.J. Munn. That's his second.
His second foul. New Providence has 3 fouls this quarter. Minute 43 to go, 39-30. Highlanders down 9. McGrath gets to the middle. Now it's Lobisi down low. He checked in for Fajardo. Now it's Villanueva from the corner for 3. It's good! Lev Villanueva from 3! And he cuts it to 6, 39-33. Minute 23 to go in the third quarter.
One of the best Highlanders three-point shooters on this team right now.
Fitzgerald drives in, kicks it back out past there, and he got caught for the travel. 39-33, minute 09 to go, and Pazdera turns the ball over.
Just some sloppy basketball
Coach
being
Catano
played by
laying
New
into him
Providence.
here as a stupid turnover there for New Providence.
Just some sloppy basketball. You know, they were on such a roll that they could have kept it going, but that 1-3 by Lev and that turnover is a difference.
McGrath from 3, it's good! Patrick McGrath cuts it to 3, 39-36, 49 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Another one of the best three-point shooters in GL history there.
They're getting into it. McCulloch all over Fitzgerald, now it's Munn. He's picked up by Labisi. Zarenko he's picked up by Villanueva. He goes to his right, spin move, puts up a tough shot, gets it to go for Zarenko off the floater. A tough shot there. So he extends the lead back up to 5, 41-36, 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Villanueva with the ball. Now he gets it to McGrath. McCulloch has it back up top. He's picked up by James Miller. Handoff to McGrath. He's going to hold it for the last shot. Clock's down to 11. Down to 9. Down to 7. Sloppy pass. Now we're down to 4. McCulloch puts it up at the horn. No good at the buzzer for Kyle McCulloch as the Highlanders got themselves back into it there and gained some momentum. And as the PA just said, 41-36 in favor of New Providence. It's now a 5-point game. A great quarter there for the Highlanders to get themselves back into it. And we'll be right back after this performance by the cheer team. Welcome back to GL basketball, where the Pioneers have a 5-point lead, 6-point lead, 5-point lead, over the Governor Livingston Highlanders going into this fourth quarter. And it's going to be the same 5 back out there for Governor Livingston, and the same 5 for New Providence as well. New Providence is going to start the fourth quarter with the ball as Munn's going to inbound it to Zarinko. Zarinko is going to be picked up by Villanueva. Zarinko still has it. He goes to the right side for Fitzgerald. And it was knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be New Providence ball. McGrath looked like he thought should be GL. A long lob pass, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to be white ball. It's going to be New Providence ball after it looked like Pazdera tipped it out of bounds. So good defense so far from the Highlanders, not letting New Providence get any shots off, as a long inbound's going to go to Munn. He's picked up by Labisi. McGrath tries to steal, and he gets called for the foul. A ticky-tacky foul called on Patrick McGrath. 41-36, 7:41 to go. First team foul of the quarter within the first 20 seconds of the quarter. Zarinko's going to inbound. He's going to get it into Munn in the backcourt. He's going to be picked up by Labisi yet again. Munn all the way to the hoop, lays it up, missed the layup as McGrath gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by number 10, James Miller. Looks like a frustration foul there for New Providence after a missed wide-open layup there for Munn.
Yeah, just trying to get whatever they can out of that at that point. There was no reason to make that foul.
And Munn gets pulled out of the game and replaced by Corey Rust immediately after that happens. So Coach Catano can't be happy with that. McGrath has it, uses the Sotosani screen, spins, gets it to Sotosani. Sotosani, mid-range J, is good! Will Sotosani on a long 2-point jump shot cuts the lead down to just 3, 41-39, 7:09 to go in the game. New Providence out in front. McGrath jumped for the pump fake, and Miller's going to stick with it. Draw about a reverse layup. Fitzgerald's going to drive, go over McGrath, and it's going to be a blocking foul, and the basket is going to count. An opportunity for a 3-point play for Fitzgerald after McGrath was called for the block. A horrible, what looks to be a horrible call as McGrath was hurdled. He jumped over him.
He almost need him in the head. I don't understand how that was a foul. That was just absolutely horrible.
So it's now 43-39 with 6:57 to go as Basile checks in for Patrick McGrath. Fitzgerald has the chance to bump this lead up to 5. And he won't. He missed the free throw off the back of the rim. Villanueva is going to have the ball. 6:53 to go. 43-39, a 4-point game.
After
not too much damage there.
McGrath, that's his 4th foul of the game.
So yeah, McGrath has to be careful. He picks up one more. He will be disqualified, and they need him out there. Basile for 3. No good. Rebound Zarinko. As Zarinko's going to bring it up here. 6:30 to go. 43-39. And it looks like there's an issue with the scoreboard here as Coach Catano let the officials know. I believe it should be 44-39 after the made 2-point basket. Oh, I apologize. It's going to be 43-38 in favor of the Pioneers as Zarinko's going to bring the ball up from the backcourt. So they took a point away from the Highlanders there, so it's a 5-point game, 6:23 to go. Fitzgerald crosses over on Labisi. Zarinko thought about the 3. He's going to drive in. He's going to dump it to... Wow, that's going to be Peyton Pazdera on the mid-range J to extend the lead, 45-38, 6:10 to go. GL is still in this game, but they have no answer for New Providence's offensive scheme. Villanueva's got it. Inside Sotosani. Villanueva, 3, corner, no good. Rebound, fought for. Labisi had a hand in there. And it's going to be a jump ball called by the officials. And it's going to be Highlander ball off the possession arrow, as it looked like number 10, James Miller, was trying to call a timeout.
and the New Prov coaches do not look happy about that call. As soon as they made the jump ball call, they all got up and started yelling.
5:47 to go, 45-38. Crowd getting into it for GL here. They need a basket on this possession. McCulloch goes through his legs, crosses over, keeps it alive. It's a fight for the ball. And it's going to be a timeout awarded to New Providence, and they're going to have possession of the ball when it comes back. Loeffler is furious at their officials after he was trying to do the same thing and call timeout. So the refs award the timeout to the Pioneers, and it's going to be a full timeout with 5:30 to go, 45-38. GL is down by 7. We'll be right back after this timeout. Welcome back to Governor Livingston basketball. We are in the fourth quarter here, 45-38. New Providence is beating their arch rival, the Governor Livingston Highlanders.
5:30 left here in the fourth quarter, leading 45-38.
45-38, 5:30 to go, fourth quarter. Highlanders down 7. Can they come back? Zarenko, left side Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald dribbles around. Now it's going to be Miller, who was red hot from 3 in the first half. Hasn't done much since. Rust has it. Uses the screen that was set by Pazdera. Now it's Zarenko. He's picked up by McCulloch. Spins on McCulloch, goes to the hole, and he's fouled. Going up, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws as the game is starting to slip away from the Highlanders here, as it's 45-38 with 5:07 to go, and he has the chance to add to their 7-point lead.
His second, Jackson Zarenko to the line, shooting 2.
McGrath set the check back in as Zarenko misses the first. Patrick McGrath is going to come back in and replace Lev Villanueva. As he missed both, Zarenko missed them both, so the lead's going to stay the same at 7. 45-38, 5 minutes to go on the nose. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, but it's going to stay Highlander ball. 4:59 to go, 45-38, fourth quarter. GL has committed 3 team fouls, so they have to be careful to not get placed into the bonus. And it's going to be a foul called on number 24, Fitzgerald, as he ran through number 13, Kyle McCulloch, with it looked like a little bit of intent behind that one. Sean Riley set the check back in here to the game. He's going to replace Fitzgerald after he did that. So 45-38, 4:56 to go. Only the second team foul committed by New Providence to Governor Livingston's 3. McGrath gets it back from Sodasani. It's going to be right side Basile. Basile drives baseline. Reverse layup for Basile is no good. He tried to reverse it with the right hand, and it looks like Lev Villanueva is coming back in for him. I apologize. Zarenko has it. Sean Riley gets it to Pazdera. Pazdera drives, and it's blocked from behind by Sodasani as McGrath almost loses it out of bounds, but a great block there from Sodasani to prevent the easy 2 points that Pazdera had going for him. So it's going to be McCulloch back up top, 45-38, 4:22 to go in the fourth quarter. McGrath is fouled by Corey Rust on the attack to the hoop. So that is the third team foul for the Pioneers, as Pazdera is going to sit down and TJ Munn is going to check back into the game. (45-38), 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this game. GL needs to get something going on the offensive end here. Right side, Basile. Dumps it back to McGrath. McGrath layup, rattles around, and is good. 5-point game, 45-40, 4:05 to go in this game. After the clutch McGrath layup, now they need a stop on defense here. The Highlanders need a defensive stop as it's Munn guarded by Sodasani. Now it's Basile. Zarenko shoots it over him and knocks it down. They have had no answer for the three-point shooting of New Providence as they extend their lead back up to 8. 3:44 to go, 8-point game here. Highlanders down. McGrath, tough shot. It's blocked by number 10, James Miller, and Zarenko's going to get the ball. 3:28 to go, 48-40 in favor of the Highlanders. Or, sorry, I apologize, favor New Providence. Munn has it. He's picked up by Sodasani. Now it's going to be Sean Riley picked up by Labisi. Labisi forcing him left. Sean Riley gets it back to Miller. Now it's Munn up top. We're at 3:06 remaining in this game. 8-point game, 8-point lead for the New Providence Pioneers. Riley has it. Goes back to Zarenko. Zarenko tries to go inside to, I believe that was Corey Rust, and almost took out everyone's favorite journalism teacher, Mr. Porrick.
Especially mine, too.
As the ball's inbounded, and it's going to be swung out to Munn. Sodasani on him. Munn's going to make his move. Brings it back up top. They're chewing a lot of clock. Stolen by McGrath. McGrath with a huge steal. McGrath layup is good. And a foul for Patrick McGrath. 48-42. 2:38 to go. And McGrath has the ability to cut the lead even more if he makes the free throw. A huge steal
by Patrick McGrath.
A huge steal and an and-one play by Patrick McGrath, who has come up clutch numerous times this season for the Highlanders. So one shot to come here for Patrick McGrath as Pazderas set to check back into this game for New Providence. As he missed it, but Sodasani got the rebound. Now it's Basile. Basile's got it cross-court McGrath. McGrath goes to the rim, puts up the floater. Bounces around, no good, rebound Munn. Munn's gonna push. 6-point game, 2:25 to go, Euro step. And it's gonna be another blocking foul called against the Highlanders as it looked like McGrath was steady and not moving.
Foul number 2, Michael Basile.
Oh, the foul's gonna be charged against Basile, who I didn't think was really involved in that play.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first one, so it's Munn from the line. It's now back up to a 7-point game, 49-42, 2:24 to go.
Andrew Nook checking back in for the Pioneers.
Nook back into the game here for the Pioneers. They didn't. Pazderas still waiting to check in, and he's going to check in for the shooter, TJ Munn. 2:24 to go, 50-42, 8-point game. Highlanders are down 8 in this Super Saturday rivalry matchup. And McGrath's going to be fouled again, and he's going to be going to the line to shoot 2 as they are now in the bonus. McGrath out there playing with, I believe, 4 fouls.
With GL in the bonus, now every foul against them is crucial towards what's going to happen at the end of the game.
And I'm curious to see if the Highlander coach decides to go with a more aggressive approach to try to draw more fouls and get to the line more. What I'm also surprised is that he has not put Lev Villanueva back into this ball game yet.
Lev has been one of our most proficient shooters, scoring.
McGrath's second one is good, and Chris Loeffler calls timeout.
Full timeout.
It's going to be a full timeout called by head coach Chris Loeffler, and we are going to be right back with the rest of this game, the 2 minutes and 18 seconds that remain right after this. So we are back from the timeout as the crowd gets into it here for GL. 50-43, 2:18 to go in this game. Highlanders find themselves down by 7. This is the time for the comeback, right here and right now, as we're down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game.
I will say, if they do make a comeback, our student section will go ballistic.
Sloppy pass, and there's no travel called as he took 4 steps with the basketball.
No travel or jump ball called there.
As Rust is going to go cross court back to Zarenko. We're down to 1 minute 50 seconds in this game. A huge no call there by the officials.
If GL fouls...
Almost stolen by Basile. It was tipped. And they're going to call a foul on...
New Providence is now...
number...
Foul on Kyle McCullough.
Wait. Hang on. The officials are saying the foul is on number 13. And...
Foul number 13, Kyle McCullough.
Okay, so the foul is on number 13, Kyle McCullough.
New
and
Providence
number 22,
is now
Andrew
in the
Nook.
bonus.
Andrew Nook is going to be shooting 2 free throws.
Patrick.
51-43, 142 to go in this game. With another free throw coming here for Andrew Nook as he makes them both. 52-43, minute 42 to go in this game. This would be one hell of a comeback if the Highlanders can manage to pull it off. It looks like they're going to start needing a few threes here as it's McCullough on the right side. Now it's McGrath. Now it's Villanueva. McGrath again. McGrath puts up the 3. No good for Patrick McGrath. And that rebound secured by Corey Rust. Ripped away by Labisi. No jump ball called. The officials are saying blue ball. It's going to be blue ball. He pointed the wrong direction. It's blue ball. As Chris Loeffler calls timeout, so it's going to be Highlander ball under the near baseline. The official pointed the wrong way.
30-second timeout.
We're going to stay right with you here. So here's the situation. Minute 16 to go. 52-43. Highlanders are down by 9. The Highlanders are down to having 2 timeouts. New Providence has 4. Both teams are in the bonus. And the Highlanders will inbound the ball underneath underneath the hoop they're scoring on, underneath the New Prov basket.
If GL doesn't score on this possession, it might look like it's over.
GL needs a quick basket and a quick steal if they want anything positive to come out of this. As Coach Catano is going to stick with his same 5 here. New Providence does get any jump ball that is called. As McGrath puts up the 3 and it's no good. Rebound Zarenko, and they're going to call a foul. And we're going to see who it's called against here in just a second.
Foul number 25, Dom Labisi.
So the foul is going to be charged against Dom Labisi. There's 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in this game, 52-43. And these 2 free throws right here would ice it, in my opinion. I don't think there's a realistic comeback for the Highlanders if these go down. But he missed the first. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. 9-point game.
Seals checking in for Highlanders.
They're going with a smaller lineup other than Will Sotosanti.
Sotosanti's played almost the whole game here for the Highlanders as Zarenko makes the second one. Now a 10-point game with just a minute to go. As it looks like New Providence is going to get the best of Governor Livingston today. We're down to the final minute of the game as McCullough gets it it's inside Sotosanti. He lays it up and in. So 8-point game, 50 seconds to go, 53-45. Crazier things have happened. A wild pass, and they're going to foul Perez. I apologize. The foul is charged. The foul was committed on Pazdera. Sorry, I apologize. And he's going to shoot 2 free throws here. Will Sotosanti is the one who picked up the foul. as he missed the first one off the front of the rim. 45 seconds to go, and it is 53-45. Is an 8-point game here at Governor Livingston High School. New Providence is out in front as he makes the second one to extend it back up to 9 with 45 seconds to go. GL needs 3 quick threes here as it's deflected out of bounds by number 20, Nook. 40 seconds to go, 54-45. Highlanders down 9.
Listen to me now.
McGrath inside, lays it up and in, and it's no good. And they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Pioneers due to the possession arrow, and that should do it. 54-45, 31 seconds to go here in this game as fans are heading for the exits. As the Pioneers now just have to dribble out the clock. And New Providence will call their they have now 1 timeout remaining after calling this one. 25 seconds to go, 54-45. It's a full timeout. We'll be right back after the timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're leaving, please be careful out there. It's snowing. Roads are starting to get treated, but the plows got to get some time to get the plows out. So be careful when you're leaving today in the parking lot. Drive carefully, go slow, going down the hill.
So the Governor Livingston student section has completely cleared with the exception of 1 fan as there's 25 seconds to go. 54-45.
2 fans, actually.
54-45. As the ball was, I believe, deflected out of bounds. 24 seconds to go as the Highlanders came up short today on their Super Saturday matchup against their arch rival and the Battle of Mountain Avenue New Providence Pioneers. As that 3 is good for Patrick McGrath. 54-48 as there's just 10 seconds dwindling down as McCullough commits the foul on number 20, Nook, with 10 seconds, and this is a 6-point game. I don't see a way that they can come back from this.
I mean, you can never say never, like Justin Bieber said. If he makes a free throw, they need a 3 and 1, and then another 3 and tie up the game. If he makes both, all's well ends well.
Makes the first one. That is number 20, Nook, out there. As, like I said, the entire student section, minus the cheerleaders, and 1 fan has stayed here the entire time.
2 fans.
McGrath for 3. It's good for Patrick McGrath with 3 seconds to go. And they're playing hard till the end, but they're going to come up short. And that is going to do it, 56-51 in favor of the New Providence Pioneers. Thank you for watching this broadcast of Governor Livingston basketball, as we will see you on the next one here on GLHS TV and GLHS Sports Zone.